everyone, welcome to another Let's Play of Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney. We are about to start Case 2 of Trials and Tribulations. My name is Anna Mardall, and let's get into this next case here. I assume that we're out of flashback territory and back in Phoenix's shoes. Oh crap, I didn't see the time. Was it 1? I do not like the way the text flies by. Detective, we made it! Whew, what a relief. Glad the jewel is still safe. That's Gumshoe, I'm guessing. Ho, you said it, pal. It must have been our rock-solid security that scared him off. Would you mind opening the safe just to double-check? That went so fast I couldn't tell what it was. Mask-to-mask salutations? Out front! Guards, turn on the searchlights! Better luck next time, gentlemen. Oh. Excuse me, but I'm afraid I must be leaving now. Apparently we shall meet again when the next moon is full. Apparently we have Batman villains now. Okay. I don't know. October 11th, 3:24 p.m. Hey Nick, get a load of this. Hey, are you listening to me? You can clean the toilet later. This is important. What are you freaking out about now? Today will be the last time you talk to me that way. Huh? We're about to hit the big time. Big time? What do you mean we? You and me? You don't mean you and me are... Don't be silly. I'm talking about me and Pearly, of course. Hello. It's such a pleasure to see you again, Mr. Nick. Pearls, you haven't changed a bit. What are you doing here anyway? Haven't you heard, Mr. Nick? Here, take a look at this. What is this? Some kind of poster? Treasure exhibition. The sacred urn of Currain Village, which you'd really think they would have fixed better by now. Currain Village? Isn't that... That's right, it's our hometown. Pearly and mine, that is. What's this about treasures from the boonies? Ahaha! Very funny. You can laugh all you want, but you'll be singing another tune tonight. Tonight? What about tonight? The Treasures of Currain exhibit doesn't actually start until next week, but the promoter sent us some special VIP entry passes. That's why I dressed up extra special today. What do you think, Nick? It's the same Maya, different day. This young lady here is Maya Fey, the younger sister of Mia Fey, my friend and mentor. I first met her 2 years ago. I was working on the case surrounding Mia's death, and ever since then, I've been the one who's been keeping this law office afloat from behind the scenes. Chip, where are you going? Okay. Actually, that's just a cover for her true identity. In reality, she's a spirit medium, and a bit of a shady character. Hey! Who are you calling shady? This little girl is Pearl Fey, but I usually call her Pearls. She's Maya's cousin and a spirit medium in training herself. I know I'm a bit young, but I want to help in any way I can, Mr. Nick. Currain Village is the home of the mysterious Currain channeling technique, and Maya here is the daughter of the Currain School of Channeling's master. I know it sounds ridiculous, but it's no joke. I've seen her power with my own eyes. It's the real thing, all right. To Nick, how long are you going to make two gorgeous women like us wait? Yes, Mr. Nick, I can't wait any longer. I want to see the exhibit. Looks like I don't get a choice here. I might as well head on out. Okay. I'm not really sure what's going on. Lordly Taylor, the city's fanciest and most expensive department store treasure exhibit, huh? I have to admit I'm pretty impressed. Wow, this is awesome! Yeah, you can make even the cheapest junk look great. It all depends on how you display it. Oh, they even have the dusty old hanging scroll that was in the Fay Manor storeroom. Oh yeah, I remember scribbling on it when I was a little girl. On a family heirloom? Say, Nick, the person in charge of this exhibition is waiting for us in the basement warehouse. Alright, I guess we should go say hello. So, I guess Mia has sort of sold out Kurain to borrow or display all her treasures in the big city? A piece of cloth with a ton of finely written characters jammed on it. Probably esoteric knowledge only mediums would know. Here's the title in English, 108 Ways to Save Money. I'm pretty sure the number's gone up since the last time I saw it. We're always looking for new ways, you know. Being a medium sounds like a rough way of life. What's with this big cushion? It's just lying around with nothing on it. Well, it must be for the greatest treasure of all. Greatest treasure? Is there something like that? Why, of course there is, right, Pearly? Oh, yeah, of course. I'll bet it would really take your breath away. I think I remember this old folding screen here. It was an important piece of evidence in the murder case that happened in Kurain Village. This folding screen is the greatest of all spirit channeling secrets. The 6-leaf Kurain Sacred Writings folding screen. If it's so secret, why is it the most prominent thing in the exhibit? They're just a bunch of old urns. Are these really treasures too? Of course they are. This is a treasure exhibit, isn't it? Well, yeah, I guess so. All it takes to be a treasure is age? No wonder nobody likes museums. Oh, Mystic Maya, look, I can't believe it. It's so cute. It's the little diorama of Kurain Village. Look at that. Somehow it seems to reek of dreariness. Oh, Mystic Maya, it's your house. It even says Fay Manor on it. Yikes, you're right. I kind of want to add the famous in front of it. Don't do it, Maya. They might get mad. Okay, so I guess all of our stuff is in a department store right now. Cool, I guess? Yep, this is a basement warehouse, alright. This place is scary. I feel like a monster could jump out at any time. Don't be scared, Pearly. I'll protect you. Oh, Mr. Wright. Eee! A monster! You were right! Huh? A monster? Adrian! Good evening. It's good to see you again. I know you. Nice to see you again too, little miss. Hello? Is she a friend of yours, Nick? And how do you know her, Pearly? Nice to meet you. I'm Adrian Andrews. I'm in charge of the promotion and planning for this treasure exhibit. I'm also responsible for the security arrangements. Oh, nice to meet you. Adrian sure has changed since we last met. So this is the warehouse. The really valuable exhibit items are still stored away in here. It's a security camera. It's trained on the warehouse doors. It's set up to take a picture of anyone that enters or exits the door. An ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure, they say. This computer, it's hooked up to the security camera above. And that means what? The camera is set up to take a photo of anyone that goes in or out of the storeroom. Then the data from the camera gets uploaded to this computer here. I see. That's some pretty high-tech stuff. It looks like part of a big signboard. All I can read on it is the burr. I've got it! Maybe it's supposed to say hamburger! Why would anyone write hamburger that big? Maybe for the World Hamburger Festival or something. I kinda doubt it. Maybe it said spaghetti! Why are you talking about food? Oh wait, that's normal for you. Anyway, it says burr, so there's no way it could be spaghetti. Well, it might have been a typo. It could have said Spaghetti Festival. What do you think? Okay to me. Besides, spaghetti is the only thing more tangled than your reasoning. Look, a ladder! That's a step ladder. What's the difference? You need to stop judging things based on narrow-minded cultural assumptions, Nick. Right, sorry. Why do I feel like we've had the exact same conversation before? Mr. Nick, what's that big door over there? It looks like the door to the actual storeroom. I can see lots of big boxes and stuff back there. Really? Let's go in. I want to take a look. Oh, I'm sorry. Unauthorized personnel aren't allowed in there. Did you hear that, Nick? We're unauthorized personnel. Why are you telling me that? It says Organi. No, it doesn't, Nick. It says organize. You just can't see the last two letters. Well, I guess no one else could read it either, because this place is a mess. You must feel right at home, huh? Ouch. Mystic Maya, take a look next to the door. That's Mystic Atmey, right? Yes, that's a statue of the woman who invented the Curane Curane channeling technique, Ami Faye. This statue is on loan from one of the training halls of the Faye branch family. In fact, it just arrived this morning. What's that creepy-looking thing she's holding? Don't ask me! How should I know? Well, you are the future master, right? Maybe so, but this is the first time I've ever seen this statue. That thing is the Curane Shishito. It's a ceremonial sword. It's not a real weapon, so the blade isn't sharp. Aw, phooey, I wanted to cut something. What are you eyeing me for? Okay. It really has been a long time, hasn't it, Mr. Wright? Nick, what's going on? Who is this woman? How old are we? We're 26. So it's been a year, because Maya's 19. This is my 3rd year as a young but skilled lawyer. Why are you freaking out on me? What? I just thought it'd be more dramatic if I got all worked up, that's all. Mystic Maya, you shouldn't let him off the hook so easily. Please, Maya, don't say anything that'll needle pearls further. Mr. Wright was there for me when I really needed help. It was something that happened 7 months ago. You remember, don't you? The Nickel Samurai case? Not really. I was stuck in a dark wine cellar. Did that escape your memory, Nick? After that, I quit being a manager and started this job. That's tough. I'm sorry, Miss Andrews. If it wasn't for us... No, don't say that. I'm glad the whole thing happened. Thanks to you and everyone else that was involved, I was able to change my whole life. I really am grateful. She looks happy. I'm happy about that. That's a relief. I'm really impressed, Miss Andrews. Handling a huge exhibition like this must be very tiring. Well, Lord Lee Taylor is celebrating their 200th anniversary this year. The works on display in the main exhibition hall are worthy of the finest museums. Woohoo! Did you hear that, Pearlie? The finest museums! Yes, I did. That's really wonderful. So this basement warehouse is pretty well protected, huh? Of course it is. After all, there are some priceless treasures here. The security guards are all very highly trained as well. That sounds good. So what is with that face she's making? Oh, look. It's already 8. Have you all eaten yet? Well, actually, I've already made a reservation at the restaurant on the 12th floor. Why don't we all dine together? Oh, I like the sound of that. Dine, it sounds so fancy. I'll have the kids' lunch. Haha, Pearlie, it's dinner, not lunch. Why don't you go for it and really eat your fill with the kids' dinner? Okay, in that case, one kid's dinner for me. Shall we head upstairs then? Everyone is happy. After that pleasant evening, all that remained was to wait for the exhibition's opening. It was wonderful seeing Miss Andrews looking so happy. None of us could have imagined that the very next day something terrible would happen. Nick, this is terrible! What the? You're cleaning the toilet again? I never knew you were such a toilet freak! Give me a break, would you? My brain just hit the snooze button for the 5th time. I'm going to turn on the TV! We've got an update on the recent treasure heist. Based on clues found at the scene of the crime, authorities have announced that they believe it was the work of the renowned phantom thief, Mask de Mask. Wow. That is a costume. Mask of the Mask? According to a spokesperson, Lordly Taylor received a threat letter some days ago. This is the 5th heist by this phantom thief who only targets rare treasures. Lordly Taylor? Well, Nick, what are you going to do? Don't you dare go back to scrubbing the toilets. Treasure? Lordly Taylor? You don't think... Yes! Now get up, Nick! It was stolen by Mask to Mask! Our most valuable treasure! The Karain's sacred urn was stolen! What? Refresh my memory. What is the sacred urn? It's only the most important treasure in Karain Village, that's all! Look, it's right there on this poster! Don't you remember what's inside? The urn contains a very important soul! Namely, the soul of Mystic Atmey Faye, founder of the Karain channeling technique! Right, Pearly? Yes, that's right! Hold up. I thought that urn had the name Atmey written on it. Now it says I am. Any idea how that happened, Pearly? Huh? Well, there are some things best left unsolved. Wouldn't you say, Mr. Nick? That's right. 1 year ago, there was a murder in Karain Village, Maya's hometown. The sacred urn. It turned out to be an important clue in that case. Okay, the toilet is shinier than the judge's head, so let's see what's next. What's wrong with you, Nick? What do you mean? What do you mean, what's next? Mr. Nick! Your beloved Mystic Maya's treasure has been stolen! Doesn't that even bother you? But I thought the urn was the village's treasure, so I don't see how... The village is Mystic Maya! She is the future master of the Karain School of Channeling. You know what I'm talking about, Mr. Nick. I won't let you say you don't. Okay. What am I supposed to do about it? Isn't it obvious? Go and find the bad guy who did this. Yeah, and get the sacred urn back. But I'm not a detective. I'm a lawyer. That has nothing to do with this. If you're a real gentleman, you would find it for your beloved Mystic Maya. Man, there's no winning against Pearl's fairy tale image of love. What's the name of the bad guy again? Mask to Mask, Nick. Make a note of it. It was terrible. I was arrested and everything. 1 year ago, the murder in Karain Village. A man was killed during one of Maya's spirit channelings, and this urn wound up being a key piece of evidence that proved her innocence. Mr. Nick, would you mind not telling Mystic Maya about that? You promised, remember? You said you wouldn't tell anyone I broke the urn. Oh yeah, that's right. Now I remember. This urn used to say Atmey on it. Until Pearls accidentally broke it into a million pieces. She tried to fix it. Let's just say it didn't work out so well. Sorry, I'm not so good at arts and crafts. Spelling either. Anyway, this is how her gluing project turned out. She put the pieces together wrong, and now instead of Atmey, it says I am. I can't believe no one's noticed this until now, a whole year later. I can't believe it myself. Okay. Let's see if we can find some clues that might lead us to the bad guy. What? It doesn't look like anything has been disturbed. Here's a good kitty boy. You want to sit by that? Yeah, it looks pretty much the same as it did last night. Huh, bad guy, Hey, you can't poke around here, pal. Wait a minute, that voice. Oh no, not him again.
It's you, and I'm the one who should be saying not again. Why is it that every time something bad happens, you always show up, pal?
I should be asking you that. Are there any other detectives?
No, I should be asking you that. What are you doing hanging around here?
Hey, I asked you first. Why are you here anyway? Alright, we got it. Why don't you two kiss and make up already? Oh, she ships our triad too. Hello. It's been a long time, Mr. Scruffy Detective.
Oh, it's you, miss. Actually, my name is Gumshoe. Detective Dick Gumshoe. Now is a good chance for you to try to remember it, right?
And if it's too long for you, you can just call him Dick.
Maya is such a troll.
Hi, little kitty. Yeah, you want loves. Can we say hi to everybody? Hi, everyone. My name is Chip. I like gloves, but I don't like admitting I like gloves. Yeah. Okay, it's good to see you again, Mr. Detective Dick.
Yeah, good to see you again too, I guess.
Mr. Detective Dick, can you tell us about what happened?
Oh, you're trying to remember my name. Atta girl. It's Gumshoe, okay? Anyway, the thief stole something called the Sacred Urn.
I know about that.
Oh, well, the criminal's name is Master Mask.
I know about that, too. Detective, can't you tell us something other than that?
Well, I guess I sort of kind of owe you guys, in a way. The crime occurred last night, at around 1:30 in the morning.
How exactly do you know that?
We got an emergency phone call from a guard at the scene of the crime, pal. He said the urn was just stolen.
The scene of the crime? You mean here, right?
Wrong. That urn was being kept under careful guard in the basement warehouse.
Basement warehouse, huh? Who was guarding the basement warehouse?
That guy! It's all his fault the thief got away, pal. He solves one case and gets a swell head thinking he's an ace detective.
Ace detective? Hey, Detective Gumshoe, about this masked mask. Is he famous? What? You're joking, right, Nick? Masked Mask is the hottest thing since sliced bread. We're lionizing cat burglars now, aren't we, Maya?
Sometimes he appears as a museum guard. Sometimes he appears as a big brown bear known to surprise unsuspecting victims. What?
big brown bear.
But underneath those disguises is the true Master Mask.
So he's some kind of master disguise.
And he only goes after the finest works of art, pal. Last night was his 5th heist. If Lordy Taylor has only cooperated, I could have caught it this time.
What? And you knew he was planning on stealing the sacred urn?
Of course I did. The guy always sends his calling card before he steals something.
Calling card. They mentioned that on TV. Why do you call this guy an ace detective anyway?
And that's what he called himself, pal. I didn't make it up.
So, what's he like?
Well, like I told you, Master Mask has made 5 heists so far. On the 4th heist, Mr. Ace Detective managed to get the stolen treasure back.
Wow, that is impressive. All by himself?
Yeah, I gotta admit, pal, maybe he really is as good as he says he is. Or maybe he's actually Master Mask. Every time the thief sends one of his calling cards, we send our men on a stakeout. But none of us has ever gotten so much as a glimpse of the guy.
But Mr. Ace Detective was able to retrieve the stolen treasure from the thief.
Anyway, he's at the scene of the crime right now, looking for clues.
So he's down in the basement warehouse. What's this calling card?
Here it is. But don't show it to anyone. It's top secret, okay, pal?
What's this mark on the front?
That's Master Mask's signature emblem, pal. You could say it's his mark. All of his calling cards have got it on them.
They didn't mention that on the news flash.
We're withholding that detail from the public for operational reasons. The only way we can tell if a calling card is real or not is by this emblem.
So maybe you shouldn't be showing it to us, but we are technically attorneys, so... And a girl, and a little girl. But we're sort of all attorneys together, I guess, in a way. In a way that none of us are attorneys except for me. Anyway.
That makes sense. When you get famous, there are always imitators. Mr. Nick, if you work a little harder, maybe you can have your own copycats someday.
Thanks, I guess. It doesn't look like we need to examine anything here, so down to the basement warehouse.
No matter how many times we come here, this place always gives me chills.
That's probably because it's air conditioned. To protect the art pieces, you know. Welcome to my private little banquet of chaos. What the heck does that mean? Yeah, I mean, he's clearly the villain, right? I'm afraid I have very little to offer, but please, make yourself at home.
Who are you anyway?
Shh, silence. Now I see. It's all becoming clear.
What do you see?
Zavari. The truth has once again been elegantly revealed to me. A lawyer and a spirit medium. Neither very advanced in their trade. Am I wrong?
Yikes! That's scary! How did you know that?
How, you say? The universal skeptic would say that how is nothing but a question of why. I am a traveler of both time and space, and a swimmer of dreams.
What is he talking about? I can't make heads or tails of it.
Without further ado, let me fulfill what should be the first duty of any gentleman, and introduce myself. The name is Atmey. Luke Atmey. Ace Detective.
Oh,
Hi.
don't let him intimidate you, Nick. Stand up and show him what you're made of.
The name's Wright. Phoenix Wright. Ace Attorney.
I'm Maya Fey, Ace Spirit Medium. And I'm, Profe. I'm Mystic Maya's cousin and, Spirit Medium Ace Apprentice.
Yes! Take the piss out of him. Hi, I'm Anna, Ace YouTuber. Excellent. Well then, shall we begin our little game?
Game? Why does the phrase one short of a baker's dozen come to mind with this guy? Are you really as famous as you say?
Of course. For a lawyer, you have a rather shocking lack of knowledge about the world. I had no idea anyone was left in this city that had not heard of me. Look at me. I am Master Mask's arch-enemy, the ace detective Luke Atmey. At this moment, there are two mighty figures which loom large over this grand city. One embodies the nefarious forces of darkness, the other, the angelic cherubs of light.
Boy, now I'm really lost. What is he saying, Nick?
I have been personally on the heels of this villain since his first crime. After learning this criminal's patterns, I thwarted his very latest loathsome larceny. I even returned the target of his tyranny, the portrait of Megina, to this crime scene. And I did it all by myself. I took it back from mask to mask, with my brawny mind and brilliant muscles.
Yeah, they mentioned it on the news in the Great People Around Town segment. They said the museum gave you an incredible jewel as a reward.
Well, compared to the treasure that I retrieved for them, it's not much.
So, in the end, the only thing that makes you great is your own self-praise. Oh, tell us what you know about Mask to Mask, and keep it simple, please.
Like about how I have devoted my life to thwarting his dastardly deeds? Last night, here in the bowels of this store, we were locked in a most glorious battle.
See? Huh? Hang on a second. You were here last night? In Lordly Taylor?
Naturally, wherever Damask goes, you will find Atmey laying elegant traps.
Elegant traps? More like Damask out-eleganced you and made a beautiful getaway.
But this time, I allowed him to escape with the illusion of victory.
I wonder if I should ask him about what happened last night in more detail. Can you tell us exactly what happened here last night?
But of course, after all, I always say there should be no secrets between aces.
Flattery will get you nowhere, Pinocchio.
I first received a request for my services 20 days ago. And it was 10 days ago they received Damask's calling card.
Huh? You were hired before the calling card arrived? How do you hire a detective of the police? Is he a private detective?
Yes. You see, the person who hired me is quite rigorous and thorough.
Baby, settle down. Sit down. You can't keep bouncing around like this. You're hitting the microphone. What's wrong, little one? What's wrong? What do you need? Loves?
That's Adrian for you. A mere 10 days after hiring me, her worst premonitions were realized.
A calling card arrived, right?
Yes. So ace detective that I am, I set a trap for the thief right in the warehouse and waited for him, alone.
Alone? But why? Why didn't you go to the police for help?
Ridiculous. Why would I seek help from such a singularly useless group of nincompoops?
You've got a lot of nerve. After all, it was you that let Damask get away.
I always operate alone and concealed, out of the sight of others.
Hornsfield?
Precisely. Even the guards on duty here were unaware of my presence. To fool your enemies, first you must fool your friends, is my own original proverb.
Anyway, back to what happened last night.
As I was saying, I hid here in the warehouse and waited for the thief to arrive. But I swear to you, not a solitary soul came through that entrance. Nevertheless, the sacred urn disappeared.
But that's impossible. How could it just disappear?
How, you ask? Don't be ridiculous, Sir Lawyer. If I knew the answer to that question, I wouldn't be here.
For someone who seriously messed up his own stakeout, he's rather full of himself. So you're saying that even though no one came through those doors last night, our precious urn still somehow vanished from under your nose?
That's just not possible.
Well, maybe it was already stolen before last night and nobody opened it to check. Is that possible?
Sir Lawyer, please refrain from such crude behavior.
What do you mean?
This criminal is an artist. The crime scene is the canvas upon which he paints. Only I, Ace Detective Atmey, have an eye which is educated enough to read the signs.
Could you translate that for me, Nick?
I think he pretty much just said, don't touch anything, amateurs. If there's something you wish to know, you have but to ask Atmey. I know everything there is to know about my rival, Mask to Mask.
Does he have any top secret information? Stuff that only a real crime buff would know?
I'll think about what to ask while I listen to what he has to say. Let's talk about Adrian.
Ah, the charming young lady responsible for security, Miss Adrian Andrews.
You know her.
Yes, well I should. She was the person who hired me for this job. A very intelligent woman. After all, she hired Detective Luke Atmey, did she not?
I'm not entirely convinced that was an intelligent move on her part.
Oh, him. Well, I saw him earlier. That wretched detective has let the thief slip through his fingers every single time.
Wretched, huh?
Now that I think about it, I wonder if they aren't working together.
Huh?
If you ask me, Luke Atmey, I believe the two of them are co-conspirators.
If Detective Gumshoe heard that, he'd probably cry. He is a surprisingly sensitive guy.
Look, they even have similar mouths. It's totally the same guy.
This will surely be Mask to Mask's final heist. Last time I came close and managed to retrieve the stolen treasure. Mark my words, this criminal of humanity will be found guilty in due time. And then I, Luke Atmey, Ace Detective, will dance with joy.
I have no clue what you're blabbering about, but I guess I'll find out soon.
This person is Zavari, a great Ace Detective, am I correct?
I was the one asking you.
This photo simply isn't enough information. I'm afraid I can't be absolutely certain, but the intelligence in those eyes indicates a man of deep wisdom and insight.
Stop messing around, Nick, and just ask him already. But this guy is scary.
I'm sorry, I can't be more helpful. But I have no interest save that of finding evidence against my arch-rival.
It's okay. Nick is just a bit of a piddling evidence hog. That's his defense style.
A piddling evidence hog, you say? In that case, I'd be wasting my breath.
I guess you're right.
Thanks, Maya. Why couldn't you have said I was a rival and not an evidence hog?
Do not fear, young lady. I promise I shall retrieve your urn.
Thank you, Detective Atmey. I'm counting on you.
The final round between Detective Luke Atmey and Mask to Mask is set to begin.
Still, there's something funny about this guy. Yeah, but don't forget he managed to retrieve the treasure from the last heist.
Yes, I even have a video that details my role in the whole affair. I recorded it directly from the news on TV. Can I interest you in a copy?
No, thanks. To the security of Lorelei Taylor, I will be coming to purloin the most priceless work of art on display in your Treasures of Kurain exhibit. Take good care of the speckled urn, won't you? Yours truly, Mask to Mask. Mask to Mask's calling card. It's got his emblem printed on it, right?
Quite impressive, but I would expect nothing less from my arch-rival. I'm surprised to see you in possession of such top-secret piece of information.
Well, we've got an ace lawyer, an ace spirit medium, and an ace cousin apprentice here.
Yes, indeed. I think I could learn to like you, my fellow ace professionals.
I don't know if I really want this guy to like us, ever. Well, Sir Lawyer, I've been told that you two are pursuing the mysterious thief.
I'm not sure I would say that exactly. That's right! We're going to find the sacred urn no matter what we have to do.
Excellent. I will trust you. I permit you to take a look around while I investigate elsewhere. If perchance you should discover something of value, return to my office. My Office of Earthly Delights, the Atmey Detective Agency.
Office of Earthly Delights?
Well then, Sir Lawyer, if you'll excuse me, I have much to do.
Wait a minute. He's gone. I don't like the idea of doing this guy's work for him. Come on, Nick, don't worry about it. It's no big deal. Let's hurry up and investigate before he changes his mind. I want to go to his office, too. Take me with you, okay?
Hun, we are not taking you anywhere called Earthly Delights. Sounds like a freaking strip club he's working out of. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm just not taking a kid there. It's a security camera. It's trained on the big door to the storeroom.
Go stand in front of the door and I'll snap your photo too, Pearly. Mystic Maya, should I smile? It's for criminals, so I think you should make a really scary face. Hey, Pearly, do you know what this is? It's a computer. I've heard of those. It has a cute name.
It looks like this computer is storing the data from the security camera.
It's probably the trap the detective set up. Let's see if we can find last night's data on this thing. We might find a photo of Mask to Mask.
Let's see here. Man, I really stink at working these things.
What's wrong, Mr. Nick? You're sweating an awful lot.
I don't know how to pull up the photos.
I had no idea you were so pathetic with high-tech stuff, Nick.
Well, I managed to print out the camera data.
I guess you had to learn to crawl before you can walk, right, Nick?
It looks like the camera only went off once last night. You'd think that would be when they were going in to examine it. That pathetic-looking wooden box.
Ah! That's the box that had the sacred urn in it!
Don't touch it. There may be clues to the thief's identity on there.
I worked so hard to make that box.
You made that poor excuse for a box?
What's that supposed to mean? The urn has always been on its stand in the winding way of the Fey Manor. There was no box suitable for it, Mr. Nick. I was so proud of it.
Poor Maya. Maybe it'd been better if Mask to Mask had taken the box too.
Wow, this is awesome. What did Miss Andrews say it was called again?
A shishito. Or a shishito. It's literally a 7-branch sword in Japanese. Or so says Miss Andrews. It's pretty heavy.
One hit, 7 times the fun. Pretty catchy, huh? I bet it'd sell like hotcakes. There's something about it that bothers me. You're really firing on all cylinders today, Pearly. This sword, wasn't Mystic Ami holding it last night? And another thing, the sword wasn't bent last night like it is now.
You're right.
Awesome, Pearly. I wouldn't expect any less from my little ace apprentice.
The sword is bent, so that must mean last night someone used it somehow.
I just thought of something. Maybe Detective Atmey smashed Mask to Mask with it. Like this. Ouch! What the heck? What do you think, Pearly? I think it's even more bent than it was before. My head! My hair! Mr. Nick, what's that big door over there?
That's the door to the actual storeroom. I can see lots of big boxes and stuff back there.
I guess that's where they're keeping the sacred urn.
Remember, Maya, Miss Andrews said we're not allowed in there.
Look what you did, Nick. You spilled paint over here.
I didn't do that.
It wasn't here last night. I would have noticed a color that's outrageous. This paint has already dried up. Well then, you should have cleaned it up before it dried, Nick.
Paint doesn't dry that fast, and I told you it wasn't me. It's been several days since it was spilled.
What is it?
There's some kind of void, like a shape left in the bottom side of the stain.
You're right. I wonder what it could be.
I mean, I think it's pretty clearly this box.
This statue of Mystic Ami is so cool. I want a gold statue of myself. We could put it in the office.
It's Wright and Company. How about a gold statue of me?
Mr. Nick, I'm sorry, but I noticed something strange. The suit of Mystic Atmey. Was this where it was last night? I'm pretty sure it was closer to the door. I think you're right. Great job, Pearly. I wouldn't expect anything less from my ace cousin. So, Mystic Atmey, the sword was used to... I gotta think about this. Maybe pry open the door? Hey Nick, your cell phone's ringing!
Hello, Phoenix Wright here.
Ho ho ho! It's me, Gumshoe.
Gumshoe, what is it? What's so funny?
I'll tell you what's funny, pal. I finally beat him. I beat Mr. Ace Detective. Finally, this underdog is the alpha dog today. That stuck-up detective's met his match. Yep, I finally caught him. Lock, stock, and barrel, there's no escape for him.
You caught him? Are you saying you captured Master Mask?
Bingo! Well, actually, he surrendered. But I still got him.
Master Mask surrendered? That's great. When can we come and pick up the sacred urn?
Well, you see, I was gonna tell you.
What? Something wrong?
Do you think you could swing by the detention center sometime?
The detention center?
He wants to talk to you. Master Mask, that is.
What? He wants to talk to Nick?
I'll be waiting for you, pal. Get over here soon.
That's weird. Why does he want to talk to us? Okay. I guess we have to go back to our office. Oh, I didn't mean to go here. Oh well, here we are. This is a detective agency? It looks more like the set of some B-grade horror movie. Hello? Is anyone here? It looks like nobody's home. What a waste of time! I know, let's take that framed picture back with us as a memento. Don't you dare, Maya. I guess we'll have to try back later. Well, we can still look around. Hey, Nick, what's this thing here? It's a gramophone. In the olden days, people used them to listen to music. You can't be serious. I think it's probably for purifying the air or something. I'll bet you 50 cents. Come on, what do you say? Forget it. You never pay up when you lose. What a creepy painting. It's like he's looking right at me. Maybe we should put up a big portrait of you in the office, Nick. I can even paint it for you. Maybe you can pose while cleaning the toilet? I think I'd prefer something a bit more dignified. Whoa, it's a huge hearth. That's a fireplace. What's the difference? You need to stop judging things. That's one impressive bookshelf filled with impressive books. My Life as an Ace Detective, unabridged edition by Look Atmey Ace Detective. He's even got one of those ship in a bottle thingies. Would you look at that? There's a little Look Atmey doll at the helm. How cute. There's a microscope here too. I wonder if he was researching something. The glass slides have different names on them. This one says Atmey virus. This guy is just dying to make a name for himself, huh? It's getting kind of irritating, actually. This desk is covered with all sorts of chemistry equipment. I just love chemistry. Say, Nick, I bet you didn't know this, but water is made from carbon and hydrogen. No, not carbon, oxygen. Oxygen and hydrogen. Well, there are always alternative theories, I guess. If by alternative theories you mean the one you make up inside that head of yours. Okay. Let's do this properly. Okay, here we go.
Hey, pal! Welcome to the detention center!
You're sure in a happy mood, aren't you?
Yep, after all, we got masked to mask.
Right, but where's the sacred urn? Oh, sorry about that, pal. I guess I didn't really think about it before. But you're the victim in this case. Huh? Well, I should let you guys hear the story straight from the horse's mouth. You know, he's right, Nick. He is. If you think about it real hard, we are the victims. Well, I guess so in a way. I'm so used to thinking of the victim as a dead person because we're always on murder cases. Excuse me. But anyway, I have to get the sacred urn back. Please, don't just ignore me.
There is no way that you are masked to mask.
Who are you? I'm mask to mask. Okay.
No, you aren't. That's cute. Where is your mommy?
Hey, Nick. Doesn't he look kind of gangly? I'm DeLite, the famous mask to mask.
I don't think this guy could punch his way out of a wet paper bag. Alright. You're the mask to mask guy.
Yes, you bet. No, that's wrong. You see, it's complicated. Sort of yes and sort of no, if you know what I mean. Huh? What's wrong? Well, when I say wrong, what I really mean to say is that it's not right, per se. You see, it's not spelled mask to mask. It's actually mask to mask. What's with this guy?
Well, he's a timid little weakling, we know that much.
Don't do that. Don't look at me like that. I don't need your pity.
And a major crybaby, too. Why did you give yourself up?
Well, you see, it's because, well, I know why. It's because you stole such a priceless treasure, and now you're overwhelmed with guilt. Am I right?
Priceless treasure? That broken old urn?
I have a little favor to ask. Yes, what is it? Could you go and talk to Desi? Desi?
Look, we really want our urn back, so where is it?
I'm sorry. I'll give it back. I really will. Maybe not. No, I can't. I can't make promises I can't keep. I'll just end up hurting people. Mr. Nick? I couldn't hear what you said just now, especially the last part. Mr. Damask, do you think you could speak up a little? Yes, sir. I will. I promise. Maybe not. You see, I'm already speaking in my normal voice, so I really can't do anything. Mr. Damask, about the urn. Oh, yes, the urn. Right away. Actually, no. I wouldn't mind telling you, but actually, I'm afraid you wouldn't believe me anyway.
Enough already! Just tell it to us straight!
Please don't yell at me. I'm sorry. That urn, I lost it. What? What did you just say? Did you say you lost it? Yes? No? Maybe so? I mean, yes, I lost it. What do you mean? Well, I lost it, like I said. These things just happen. You're on the train, and you get distracted, and you forget your bag. What? You forgot our sacred urn on a train? Wait a minute, you went on a train dressed like that? No, I was just speaking hypothetically, that's all. Anyway, I'm sorry, I just lost it somewhere. I don't know where. This guy's story is more surreal than a Dali painting. Are you really sure this creep is Master Mask? I don't call him a creep. Although I do have to admit, I understand your doubts about this guy. Who is this Desi person? Please don't talk about my wife like that. I guess she must be his wife. I am sorry. The truth is, it was my wife that told me to have you all come here. Do you think you could go visit her at my hideout? Hideout? Mr. Nick, what does he mean by hideout? Oh, sorry. Actually, I meant to say my secret base. Secret base? Well, my apartment, actually. Palazzo Palepi, 3rd floor. Let's go have a look, Nick. To Mask's hideout. Something tells me she just likes the sound of the word hideout. Okay, we gotta go talk to this poor kid's wife, or possibly mom. Wow. Check this place out. No doubt about it. This is Master Mask's hideout, all right. Who is it? Is that you, Ronnie? Wow. Hi. 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 Huh? Who are you people? Are you Desirée DeLite? That's right. I'm Desiree. Oh, you must be the lawyer and the victim. Yeah, that's us. Your husband told us to stop by and speak with you. I'm Maya Faye, and this is Phoenix Wright, attorney at law. Nicky Boy and Maya, huh? I can't tell you how grateful I am that you decided to help my Ronnie. Please don't be evil. Please don't be evil. Please don't be evil. Well, you're welcome. Did you really call me Nicky Boy? There's a whole bunch of stuff piled up over here. Duck and cover! It's a missile! Did you know there's dynamite missiles? They're not heavy enough to be real. They're just really well-made toys. What are these rolls of paper stuck in a trash can? Theft of the Mazarin Stone, the Great Albatross Strategy. Theft of the Immortal Goddess Statue, the Great Knuckle Bomber Strategy. Did the police even investigate this place? Hey, Nick, look at the top of the chair. It's an envelope and a letter. Don't just stand there, let's read it. Maya, you know we shouldn't do that. What are you talking about? This letter could be an important clue. No way. You can't just go reading a private letter because you feel like it. It's not just because I feel like it. It really could be important. If I was sure it was a clue, I guess I wouldn't mind. It's Master Mask. There's a tape recorder hanging from his neck. Let me see that. Better luck next time, gentlemen. I don't get it. What's this supposed to be, Nick? This thing looks vaguely familiar. Oh, I know. It's a fishbowl. An upside down one, anyway. I think it's a helmet. An alien helmet. And it looks like a tape recorder or something next to it. It's a transceiver. An alien transceiver. Nick, do you think maybe you could act like a grown-up for a little bit? Getting lectured by Maya to be more of an adult. That's a new low. It's a bunch of cheap costume pieces arranged inside a nice frame. Look, Nick, it's a false beard. There's also a mask made of cardboard. Here, Nick, try on this fake beard. Come on. Hey, cut it out. Now put on the mask. It's Phoenix to Mask! Let's borrow it for a while. No way, I'm not stealing from a thief. It's so cute. It's a hot air balloon. There's no fooling you. I want to make my own balloon now. I'll let you ride in it, Nick. That emblem on the balloon is supposed to be top secret. That's proof that DeLite really is Master Mask, right? I'd better not tell Maya. She gets scary when it comes to certain celebrities. There are a bunch of books lying here. They're all romantic-sounding novels about famous heists and fantastic thieves. Look at all the bookmarks and notes stuck into them. Note, must remember this thief's way of laughing. Very useful. A calling card is an important part of any good thief's modus operandi. Wow, Ron really studied his stuff. Nick, it's a torpedo! It's hard to believe, but it sure looks real. Where can you pick something up like this? Please don't say torpedoes are things people just leave lying around. Okay, so this was an interesting... Please don't be evil. About your husband. Isn't he the cutest? A bit weak sometimes, though. A bit. By the way, did you know they mentioned Maya on TV? Huh? Really? They said you only earn, and that you're doing some shady training, a law office now. Remind me not to watch that channel's news program. After I saw that, I thought it might be a good idea to meet the lawyer they mentioned. I see. My Ronnie. He's a powerful imagination. It gets deluded easily. He kept insisting he was going to surrender to the police. I didn't know what to do. It was me. I stole that urn, he kept saying, as if that was even possible. Huh? Are you saying you didn't? Of course he didn't. Why would my Ronnie ever do something like that? Well, you know, it's a priceless treasure, and he's, you know... Is it possible his own wife doesn't know his secret identity? Me? I'm the kind of woman that needs excitement in her life. Oh, excitement, huh? Yeah. I'm at my happiest when I'm racing along with my bike going at full throttle. Riding a motorcycle is like putting your life on the line, you know what I mean? Well, I think that depends on how you ride it. I'm the type that can't stand living a boring, dreary old life with no action. No offense, but your husband Ron doesn't exactly look like the risk-taking type himself. You're right about that. He's definitely not one for thrills and danger. But I do have to say that he makes up for it in other ways. Other ways? Yes, money. Ronnie is incredibly rich and super generous. He bought me a bike that's so fast it would make your head spin. And shopping? I like to shop so much it makes Ron's head spin. The other day it actually happened. His head actually started to spin. Talk about a high-maintenance wife. Where does Mr. DeLite get all this money from? Ronnie's a security guard. They put their lives on the line, right? So they get paid tons of money in return. Tons of it. He's a security guard? I think it's my turn for my head to spin. Can you tell us about what happened last night? What time did that incident take place again? What time was it again, Maya? Well, according to Detective Gumshoe, it was around 1:30 in the morning. Last night was horrible. I got pulled over. Pulled over? Yeah, I always do my best flying at night. Flying? You're talking about your motorcycle, right? Yes! Anyway, last night I got pulled over by a policeman. I can't believe he caught up to me. It was a great chase, let me tell you. When he finally caught me, the poor man was as white as a sheet. It was about 3 in the morning when I finally got home. Sounds like she's got an airtight alibi. What about Mr. DeLite? I don't really know. We weren't together at that time of night. But when I got home, he was already fast asleep. So basically, he's got no alibi. I know he doesn't look it, but he can really get things done when he puts his mind to it. Really? So when exactly does he put his mind to it? Well, not very often, I admit. What exactly does Miss DeLite see in her husband anyway? You must have really seen skyrockets when you first met to love him so much. Skyrockets? I didn't know people still use that word. Do you know this guy? Would you take a look at this? I'm sorry, I haven't the faintest idea. I guess I just don't get out much. Miss DeLite, you must know, right? About your husband and Master Mask? Master Mask, of course. I know all about it. My husband is his biggest fan. Yep, what? Huh? Biggest fan? Yes, and Ronnie can be pretty delusional sometimes. That's how this whole misunderstanding happened. Wait a minute, did you say delusional? Yes, that's right. I just don't know what I'm gonna do with him. You see, Ronnie actually believes that he is Master Mask. What? What are you talking about? Did that open up? There we go. When did Ron first become Master Mask? What are you talking about? He's not Master Mask. But, wait a second. Look around this room. This place is obviously Master Mask's hideout. No, you're totally wrong. A real thief's hideout wouldn't look like this. It's because Ronnie is so timid himself that he looks up to heroic figures. Heroic figures? But Master Mask is a bad guy. So he's deluded, huh? Could that really be true? If he really had stolen the urn, wouldn't he still have it? Well, I suppose so. Why don't you ask him if he has an urn or not? She has a point. Mr. DeLite isn't the criminal type. Something about Ron's behavior bothers me. Maybe it's true. Maybe DeLite isn't Master Mask after all. Say, can I ask you something, Mickey boy? What is it? I know I may seem like a bad girl on the outside, but the one thing I won't stand for is illegal activity. I had the feeling you wouldn't. You're tough, but I can tell you've got a good heart. Somebody framed my poor Ronnie. I just know it. Could you give this to Ronnie for me? A letter? Yes, for Ronnie. I want her to fight back. Miss DeLite. Okay, you've got it. Just relax and leave it all to us. Okay, back to the detention center, I suppose. Oh, that's right. Here, this is from your wife. Oh, from Desi? Thank you. Letter given to Master Mask. Actually, more like taken. My dear Ronnie, how are you? I'm doing fine. He's clutching onto that letter so hard the ink is going to be squeezed out. He looks so happy. You should write a letter to Mystic Maya too, Mr. Nick. Mr. Lawyer? Yes? In the letter that Desi wrote, she said, ask this guy to be your lawyer. Huh? I know this would be asking a lot, but could you please take my case? My trial starts tomorrow. Hey, hang on a second. He can't be your lawyer. Why not? What do you mean, why not? We're the victims in this case, right? Victims of this demask guy. Well, yeah, but according to Desiree, he didn't do it. She said, poor man, he's deluded himself into thinking he did it. Right, Mr. Nick? Come on, she could be lying to protect her husband. Well, that's true. Or, no, actually not. Actually, it's hard to say. Oh no, it's spreading. Please, I'll give you the treasure of your choice in return. What should I do? I mean... I'm gonna take his case. Well, Mr. DeLite, I've decided to give it a try. I'll defend you. Really? You will? Hey, what are you doing, Nick? He's a thief. You can't trust him. You guys are really ping-ponging back and forth. You were just telling Desiree you believed her. Well, he may be a thief, but I think there's more to this case than meets the eye. Mr. Nick, I was wrong about you. I shouldn't have trusted you. Pearls? I can't believe you defend this person after what he did to Mystic Maya. I'll never forgive you, ever. Pearly, wait. This is going to be ugly. I'll go after her. Sorry about that. I didn't mean to cause any trouble. Well, you couldn't have known she'd react like that. I might as well start investigating. Oh, Maya, where's Pearls? She said she's going back to the office. Go check on her later, won't you? What about you? Are you okay with me taking Mr. DeLite's case? Yeah, I'm fine, Nick. I'll believe in you. I think I'm gonna cry. I know you have a lot of work to do. I really appreciate it. Okay, Nick, let's get this show on the road. Mr. Nick, welcome back. Oh, hey, Pearls. You're back too, I see. I went and bought us a strawberry cake. I'll go make us some tea to go with it. Hey, Pearls. It looks like she feels really bad about what happened at the detention center. Yeah, I was just there. Mystic Maya, the tea is ready. Oh, thanks. Come on, Mr. Nick, please have some cake. Yeah, thanks. Pearls? Excuse me, I was in the middle of cleaning the toilet. Oh, baby. It's okay, I just cleaned it this morning. Too late. This might be a good time for me to ask about her. I first met Pearls a year ago. It was when that murder happened at Crane Village. I still remember what she said when we first met. You're Mr. Nick, right? You're Mystic Maya's special someone. Hey, Maya, I've always thought it was because she was young, but what? Pearls. I think she's got the wrong idea about you and me. Huh? There's something you need to understand. What is it? It's kind of like a Korean village custom, sort of. Oh no. Pearls seems to love you a lot. Well, it's because I'm her only cousin, and, well, because of the murder case last year, Pearly's mother is... Oh, yeah. I remember now. Pearl's mother, Morgan Fay. She's serving a prison term in isolation right now. So you see, I'm the only family Pearly has right now. But it's the same for me, too. Maya. My mother's gone, too. There are hardly any men in Korean Village. Now that you mention it, I never saw any men there when I visited. I'm pretty sure I told you about it a long time ago, about how spiritual powers run very strong in the Fay family. You did. That's why you're undergoing training to be a spirit medium, right? Yeah, the thing is, only women can actually inherit the spiritual power. That's why the whole culture of Korean Village kind of revolves around its women. Well, that's understandable. There's nothing wrong with that. Yeah, but because of that, there tends to be a lot of unsuccessful marriages. Oh? Well, men start to feel left out after a while, and then they just start leaving. Especially if the man has a daughter. Are you saying that Pearl's father? He's gone. He left the village when she was very young. That's tough. She grew up seeing nothing but unhappy marriages around her. That's why she's so sensitive to things like that. Your mother's still missing. Yeah, and no one has any idea where she is. Maya's mother, Misty Fay, the current master of the Korean channeling technique. She disappeared 17 years ago after getting involved in a certain police case. But you're sure she's still alive, right? I know she is. It's sort of a spirit medium thing. If your mother doesn't come back, then what? According to the laws of the village, I'll become the next master. Mystic Maya, the master of the crane technique. It sounds like a heavy responsibility. Yeah, but there's no one else with the blood of the Fae main family who's a spirit medium. Well, Nick, why don't we go out and start investigating? We're not going to learn anything just sitting around the office. Yeah, I know, but first I want to talk to Pearls. Mr. Nick? Yeah? I acted like a baby. Pearls. I doubted you, even though Mystic Maya trusts you completely. I guess I still have a lot of training to do. Mr. Nick, yes? From the bottom of my heart, I apologize for what I said. It's okay. I'm the one who should be apologizing. I'm going out now for a little bit. Huh? Where are you going? I may be small, but I still have a lot of spirit channeling power. I'm going to show you I can be useful too by finding evidence. Hey, wait! She sure runs fast. Nick, let's back off and give her some room, okay? So, I feel like we still have, like, stuff to do. Like, we have to go talk to the detective and look for evidence. And my timer says we're well over an hour at this stage, and my voice is kind of starting to rag it up a little bit. So, it is not customary for me to cut in the middle of a day, but I'm going to go ahead and cut here. And when we come back, we'll pick up in the next video. So thank you so much for coming along with me. I really appreciate it. And I will talk to you in the next video. Bye-bye.